The media, we have Shady Spring High School head coach Ronnie Olson, players Ammar Maxwell, Jack Williams, and Gavin Davis. If you could, Ronnie, a few comments on the game, then we'll field questions.
It is truly unbelievable to be back in this position again, and you know, we never take anything for granted, and it's phenomenal that these guys were able to be back in this position after being here last year, and everybody thought that we wouldn't be back in this position. I know people thought we were going to be good, but they didn't think we were going to be back in this position until the middle of the year. So, you know, after all those guys walked out of here last year, everybody thought, well, that's the end of Shady Spring, and these guys took it personal, and they bought in from, like I said, probably 2 weeks after the season last year to get after it. And I'm just so proud of them. And, you know, people might be tired of seeing Shady Spring in the state title game, but Shady Spring isn't tired of seeing Shady Spring in the state title game, and because the effort and hard work that they put in, and there's a reason why we're here 4 years in a row. You know, we don't worry about what happened last year or the year before. All you can do is control what's going on right now, and I'm very proud of it.
Ronnie, I would assume that you, given the knowledge beforehand that Ammar wouldn't take a shot until midway through the second quarter. He ran into foul trouble, obviously. What does that say about the other? You kind of touched on it in the opening there, but what does that say about the other guys who were able to really step in and you know, get that lead out?
We got players that can play too. You know, we got other guys that are around them that can play, and everybody just waits for their time to step up. And a lot of times it's Ammar that's going to step up for 80% of the game. But I 100% knew that guy in the middle right there. He's a sniper. And we knew last game with 2 points, he's going to get going. He's one of the best players in the state of West Virginia. And for him to have 2 points last game, we had a shoot around yesterday, and Jackie was stroking it. And I felt it in my gut, caught coach's intuition, and I knew he was going to have a big game tonight. Boy, did he. And he played. Did you even come out?
31 minutes.
Okay, and he hasn't played those type of minutes. You know, he's dealt with crazy things this year. Jackie's had unfortunate things health-wise, and he's battled through all that, and we've been in freaking, I mean, it's just been crazy. For him to play those type of minutes is phenomenal. And those guys, everybody stepped up. Kai, Jackie, Gavin, Jalen, you know, Brady Johnston. You know, those guys just, they were awesome tonight.
3-point, Nitro had 3 free throws in the fourth quarter, and that was it. And I know everything you do is based around your defense, but was that one of your better performances in the quarter down here to hold a team like that to no field goals?
No field goals and 3 points is phenomenal. I would love to see in a state semifinal game where a team scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. Man, those guys were so just buckled down, and I felt like they were like almost one unit. We put that on the board, play as one unit tonight, and they did. And 3 points in a quarter is phenomenal. And you know, we had them going east and west, looking around who to pass the ball to, and gosh, they did such a good job. It's like you can't brag on your kids more enough. And man, these guys are special. These guys are special. You know, just to be back in this spot, I love them. And man, they put on a performance on both sides of the floor tonight.
Jack, talk about your start today, and Ronnie mentioned it. I mean, you, how many games you have 2 points, but just talk about your start and how that got you going.
It's just carrying the load, really. I mean, when somebody else is down, such as Ammar, getting 2 fouls early, I mean, other people got to step up. I told Ammar, I said, I covered you in the first half, and you covered me in the second half. Ammar scored all his points in the second half, and I scored all mine in the first. So it's just kind of next man up, and if we don't score those points, we're down however many, and I mean, it's just, you can't get down that much in a state tournament game. So.
A couple big stats in this game, Ronnie, was definitely rebounding. I mean, you got rebounding 26 to 15. You got 20 assists on 24 made field goals. I mean, that speaks to the volumes of how, you know, quality these guys are working together as a unit.
Man, what do we put on the board? We got offense, we got defense, we got keys. Every other line, team rebound. Every other line, team rebound. I know I was reading it off, and they were tired of saying team rebound, team rebound, team rebound. We knew they are a phenomenal rebounding team. We felt like the only way that they would beat us is on the glass, and they kept themselves in the game in the first half by getting us on the glass. And we're like, come on, just like first night the other morning, we came back in at halftime, you know, regrouped and to dominate on the glass. That's a big team. They're active. They're a really good team. They're going to be right back in this spot next year. They're 3C for a reason. They've only lost 2 games all year for a reason. They're really good. They're well coached. They run good stuff. We made them feel uncomfortable, and we just got after them on the glass tonight. And that's all about want and will. And once again, that was one unit tonight, and they all did that on the glass as well.
Gavin, you mentioned before how playing against the guys that sat up here for the last 3 years, playing against those guys really toughened you up. I mean, could you just expand on that a little bit? How much playing against the Chapmans, Holstein, Mans, Ammar in practice every day? I know you had a lot of interesting stories about it, but just how that got you ready for today and to make this trip yourself?
Really, they've just been a huge inspiration. I mean, ever since freshman year, I've always looked up to those guys. Even Ammar, I mean, we're in the same grade. I was a freshman, he was a freshman, and I still looked up to him because he was out on that court. And these past 3 years, just sitting on that bench, watching them play and watching them get after it on the state championship court, is just, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Honestly, they've taught me not even basketball side. They've really grown me up. They took me under their wing, and they've really showed me how to grow up and basically handed off the reins last year. And then if we go back to the basketball side of it, same thing. They taught us what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and they handed us the reins, and it was up to us this season. And, you know, going against the best team in the state for 3 years, it got brutal sometimes. It really did, but at the end of the day, I love those guys, and I truly mean that where we are today as a team, who Ammar is, who Jack is, who I am, who Jalen is, what you see on that court is predicated to those guys, Jaden, Cam, Cole, Braden, Sam, every single one of them. They gave us the reins. They showed us how to do it, and it's just up to us to finish this championship out.
Ammar, you were the one starter back. How proud of you were these guys for, you know, when you didn't force your play, obviously, but how proud of you are you of these guys and what they were able to do in their first half when you were struggling a little bit just to even get the ball?
Yeah, I'm very proud of my boys. I know they always got my back. Even if I'm in foul trouble, not in the game, they always gonna do their job, have my back, and just go out there and play their game. I knew they could do what they need to do.
Ammar, second straight game with a really strong second half. I know fouls have played a part in those slow first halves, but what has been your mentality coming out of the locker room?
Just keep my head up. Don't go out there and go get a third one. Just keep my head up, keep playing my game, do what I need to do to help my team.
Ronnie, you guys only missed 14 shots.
Amazing.
In the game.
Great.
We've seen some teams do that in a quarter alone. So just a few words on your offensive execution. And, you know, maybe the volume isn't necessarily what you're accustomed to with only 38 field goal attempts, but you obviously made the most of it.
I mean, we're sitting here talking about defense. I should apologize to my offensive end because those guys shot such a high percentage. I mean, we have games, if you look back on our stats, where we shoot the ball like that. One of those games was when we played East Fairmont, actually. We shot, I think we hit 15 threes. You know, we're not always going to do it, but because you always control what you can control, and that's why we bought it on the defensive end. But man, when we shoot the ball like that and defend like that, it's very, very hard to come back because they executed and they played that zone. You know, they gave us some things, and what I liked was, if you know, the middle of the floor was open and they gave us some things in the corner, the guys moved it, and a lot of those shots were open. They were open shots within guys passing to other guys. We had 20 assists on those 24 field goals. That's phenomenal. I mean, I'm not a math teacher, so I really can't do the math. What is that, 98%? No, I'm joking, it's a lot. But, I mean, they all swung the ball, and we knew what they were going to do. We figured they were going to play a 3-2 defense. We watched a lot of film on them. Heck, we were in my room last night till 11:30 watching film. On top of film, it's a big part of what they do. So they took what they gave them, and they knocked some of those wide open shots down.
Coach, how does a 10 a.m. tip-off affect preparation mindset going into a game?
I mean, the only reason you don't want a 10 a.m. start is because you know, you want maybe people aren't gonna get out of the bed to get here, but I don't. Not with our community. We practice 6 a.m. a lot of times, 5:30 a.m. Day before Thanksgiving, we were in at 5 a.m. We very rarely, unless they got the SAT or ACT, do we come in after 9 o'clock anyways. So our Saturday morning practices are super early. Our Thanksgiving breaks are early. We want to get in, get out, get after it, and get over. So that's what we always talk about. Let's get in, let's get after it, and get out. So, you know, we're fine. We ate breakfast this morning at 8 o'clock, team breakfast, and, you know, kind of reconvened. We wanted to watch that great game between Ravenswood and Chapmanville, and, you know, we even talked about the lead they gave up in the first half. That let's not let that happen. But at 10 a.m. we're morning guys. They go to school. They're not college. And I'd be more worried if I was a college guy having all evening classes or online than guys that wake up and I'm in the halls making sure my guys are there. So the 10 a.m. is fine.
How easy is the game when you got 4 guys in double digits and your 5th starter's got 8?
You feel at ease. You feel like, you know, you can do no wrong because you already know, and I keep going back to, you already know your defense is there, but then you feel like, golly, that guy's hitting, well, that guy's hitting. Now we're not just keying on Ammar. You got guys that have hit multiple shots, and then they had to come out and go man. So those shots, we called at halftime what we said. They're going to come out man because they had to come out of the zone. And we knew if we got them to be able to play man, we were going to get what we wanted, and we went downhill on them. So, you know, they're a very good team. We know they're going to be back, but shooting like that and multiple guys is if you could paint a picture of a basketball game tonight is what it is. It's not. We already know. Saturday, it doesn't matter who we play. It's not going to be like that. We're not going to hit 20 field goals on 80%. It doesn't matter who we play. So, you know, just to be back in this position is let's enjoy it tonight. I'm going to watch film, and I want them to embrace the moments that they have earned and they deserve because they have earned this moment. They earned this, and I want them to enjoy that, and I want them to understand that it's not me, it's them. They've taken that game tonight. They took that game the other morning, and they deserve all the, like I said, I'll say it, interviews, Twitters, and they can, you know, the pats on the back, you know, that's important to me, and that's important to them because they bust their hind ends all the time. So, good job. We're playing a state championship. Everybody in the morning on November 15th, November 16th says, hey, guys, we want to go to state. We want to go to the state tournament. We want to go play for a state championship. We look each other in the eyes, and we have said it. 98% of the schools are not going to be in the position we're in. And just to be there and to be in that position to give ourselves a chance is phenomenal. And they buy in, and we talk about it. Man, it's so grinding when they're just screaming and yelling at me because I tell them, keep on running, keep on sprinting. And to be here in that position is picture perfect. So let's just enjoy tonight. I'll be watching film, and we're going to enjoy and see what we watch tonight. That's a great thing about playing morning, right? Because you get to go watch the team you play and just sit there and enjoy. And man, these guys earned it, and I'm so proud of them. So proud of them.
Knowing you can count on as many people to score in double figures or close to double figures as you guys have, what does that do for you on this stage against this kind of competition, especially?
As far as Saturday's concerned, it's big because, you know, we know Fairmont Senior plays smothering defense. They are as disciplined, if not more disciplined than we are. East Fairmont is senior laden. They're going to be up the line. They're going to be in the position. But being able to know the confidence from Thursday for all those guys, it's a short turnaround. To be able to play like that Saturday is big because everybody, they're not going to lose their confidence. You had a perfect game at a perfect time for a perfect game Saturday. It set you up. We didn't play bad, you know, and we played bad the first round and still won. So, you know, it's not going to translate to Saturday, but our confidence is definitely going to be that's a big thing for the guys' confidence. They're still young men. They're going to be up and down. You know, they don't always take things, and if they're upset, they can't always get over it. But that was a good win to play like this and go into the state championship game. Golly, say it, state championship game. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.